Hi, this is Maeve, and you're listening to CoTCast, Circle of Trust. We're all about the hot, nasty, badass RVR.
This is CoTCast, Episode 3 on July 11th, 2008. We're a North American Warhammer Online guild fighting for destruction, and this is our podcast on all that concerns us.
This is Jabberant.
Thrakus.
And this is Zelly, and the coffee is Tanzanian.
Coors Light. Classy. I bought it because it was cheap.
That's good. Alright, let's skip what are you up to, and guild concerns, and alliance happenings, and let's...
Why?
I'd really like
Something
to
happened?
discuss the announcements that were made today.
Yeah, this is a very special episode of CoTCast.
We gotta put in like that slow music.
Yeah, it's like when Dudley got molested in the bike shop.
Good Lord, I don't... From different
I know.
strokes.
On different strokes, yeah.
Sing the song.
The world's all new?
Yeah. The world don't move.
Oh, okay.
Guys, you're quiet.
So, are we going now?
All right. Yeah. Let's see here.
We're just going to let it all out.
Okay, first off, Mythic Entertainment launched Guild Beta, so everyone got all excited.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Thrakus, were you excited?
I got all hot and bothered.
Oh.
Hot. God, it's so hot.
But you're not in our Guild Beta.
Oh.
No, I was really excited for everybody else.
Oh,
Like, yay, I
that's
can't
sweet.
do anything
No,
yet.
you weren't.
I was really hoping like 3 people would break both their hands and then be like, damn, I can't play.
Yeah.
Or maybe, what was it, like
There it
22
is.
people ahead of me? I don't know, something like that.
There it is.
Okay.
Just a wave of hand breaking.
Then there was the crazy announcement that, oh yeah, we're cutting 4 cities and
What?
we're cutting 4 classes.
What? Yeah, that sucks. Huh.
Yeah. I was
It's
in
a drop
Cool.
in the bucket.
I was in shock at first. I really haven't even gotten angry yet because I'm just still in shock about it. But now that I think about it a little more, we haven't heard squat about those other 4 cities. So shouldn't we kind of expected it?
I was in the
Like-
back of my head about the cities.
Shouldn't you have been a little suspicious?
Not about the classes.
Well,
Well,
maybe the
massively
classes. The
nailed it.
Blackguard hasn't even been made. What's that?
I said I was pissed massively at first, but they definitely nailed it.
Can you be more? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Massively had an article about their concerns about Warhammer, and this was one of them that only Empire and Empire and Chaos were finished with their cities, and they're like, I don't think they can finish all those cities in time for launch.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it a couple different ways. As
I
long
just figured it was in testing. I didn't know.
yeah,
So, you know.
but if they are truly going to add them at some point, then I'm not as pissed as I would be. But if they are just saying this and nothing's ever going to happen, then I don't know.
Well, they're saying they're going to add the cities in at some point, like later down the line. But
And
I
Mark
mean,
did say-
that part kind of worries me because, you know, just for an example, guild housing was supposed to be in Dark Age Camelot at launch. It took a year and a half to get it in.
Yeah, I mean they got it in, but
But that's what I mean. That's probably why they opted for launching without it rather than a delay, because maybe we're looking at 3 years of development here,
well maybe.
if they want to do it all to that scale.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a developer.
The one thing I think of, if you have one city on each side and you have RVR for the most part consolidated, is maybe we'll get those people who weren't big into RVR before or didn't do Dark Ages.
It won't be so crazy for them.
Yeah, because there was a lot of running around in Dark Ages trying to find a battle. Here, I haven't played yet, or I don't know exactly how it works, but maybe it will get people into central spots where they'll really see how cool RVR is, and by the time they add cities in the future, those people will be, I want to run around, I want to try it.
And you'll want it to be more complex at that point.
Yeah, that's like one of the silver linings I can see.
The other thing I was worried about too, like, why would you even bother playing in like the greenskin areas or anything else that doesn't have a capital city? But then I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. Are they going to keep that as an ebb and flow, accounting towards RVR, towards the overall accomplishments? Because then it still will pull your RVR focus.
It would still matter.
Yeah, it'll, like, say, just because you're kicking butt over here on the chaos areas, it doesn't matter because you lost all your greenskin areas.
I hope so.
And you'll still have the 3 frontiers, but only 2 cities.
I would think
My
so.
fear is that this is going to be like a funneling. Because everyone's just, yeah, but I think once everyone realizes it's just Empire versus Chaos, most people are going to be like, well, why am I over here? All the fighting's going to be over here anyways. I'm just going to hop over.
That's what I'm hoping, but then
they need to make it matter.
Yeah, for strategy, then that would be the other side's like, okay, these clowns are just focused on one. We'll take over the other 2 and we'll kick their butts because they're not even playing over there.
If they can set it up that way, it won't be. It will be like a Band-Aid until the cities get in. If it's not, and it's like what Dracus is saying, the game will be broken.
Yeah. Because, there's battlegrounds in Dark Age no one even walks into, practically.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
I mean, it's
matter.
well known that you don't go to battlegrounds from this level to this level. Even though there is one, you don't go because no one's there.
Because the BGs in Dark Ages, you go for fun. They don't matter to the overall point of the game. So people glob at those certain levels where their characters maybe are getting new abilities, and then they play for fun. That only lasts, though, on certain levels, and that kind of ebbs and flows. But if you make those battlegrounds matter to the overall game, then it will keep people going there. Oh, I don't know. It better.
I'm concerned, but I'm not disappointed yet. Because there's still those questions like that where maybe it still is on 3 fronts, but it's just not an ending city yet.
What about the classes?
I'm horrified. I was a Blackguard. That's what I'm all about it. Totally gonna go Blackguard.
Sucks for you. What were you gonna be, Travis?
I had actually finally decided on the Blackguard.
Of course you did.
I mean, you would have kicked.
It's my fault.
Yeah, you
did. I was like, hey, I'll be a Blackguard.
Always fucking things up.
You realize that's the only tank.
Hey, you invited me in your guild. Remember that.
I know.
Only tank for females on destruction. I don't even have another option here.
That completely blows my mind that there's nothing female on the destruction side.
Well, I was talking to Graz today, and he's like, oh, well, technically, orcs are not male. And I'm like, okay, look at it. It's male. I don't think any of them are anatomically correct over here. The character model is male.
You have to have a really high-end graphics card to see that detail. I know. I wanted to play a shaman. When Zelly told me on the phone, because I was at a conference, I didn't get to read it. I was like, okay, well, that sucks for other people. It's not really going to affect me, but that's terrible. If you've been reading up and you picked out you wanted one of those, and then they're just gone.
Oh, it's actually guild breaking for a lot of people because all of those. I mean, think about the guilds that are green skin only. They have one option for an orc.
Yeah, those guilds are weird though.
They're role players.
Like one race. Yeah, exactly.
I was seeing that a lot around the forums, that people who weren't affected by the class drops didn't really care, but the people who were directly affected were, like, incredibly pissed.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, I was incredibly pissed when, they announced the gender-specific type of classes, but of course not many people cared because there's not many, percentage-wise, female players
You're pissed.
who care.
Cost me sex for like 2 weeks. Just mad all the time.
If orcs can't have sex, you can't have sex.
We had angry sex.
Yeah, it's hot. So, I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to tell when, we just got invited to Guild Beta, we haven't played.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but...
We don't know how the game's going to play yet. We don't know how the classes are.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to play now.
Yeah.
I don't even want to play Destruction. That's another problem. I'm stuck. Because unless I, drop my guild that I've been in for 5 years, I'm stuck playing now on a side I don't even want to play on.
Yeah.
And I'm a guild, leader.
Yeah.
Great. Sign me up.
It's rough.
Because, at this point, I'd much rather go Order.
I can definitely see people who had classes picked on Destruction, because Order has a lot of cool sides.
Yeah, well, it could be a witch hunter over there. That's pretty cool. Dracus? I'm not going to switch the side.
That's okay. I'll be making alts on
I'm
all
not-
sides
Well, no
anyway,
one's
so it really
upset.
doesn't matter.
No one can make any decisions tonight.
No. Well, no, I've not played anything, but it's just, I'm just ticked. As everybody seems to be.
There's so much. And then Mark, he said that they would be doing something with the classes, whether it's replacing them or fixing these. But then he made another comment about that perhaps they would keep rotating the RVR. So
Oh, the
keep
cities?
it 1 versus 1. Yeah, did you
That
read
sounds
that?
stupid.
Yeah, I saw that on Only War.
I hate that idea.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Part of what made Dark Ages so great was you didn't know where the attack was going. You didn't know
Well, how
what
can you have loyalty
relic they were going for.
and pride when your capital city's flopping all over the place?
No, the only way I can see that working is if they really purposely use that as a testing. They take out Eldorf and they put another city. We want to see how this works. And then once they got that nailed, it's in the game permanently.
So then we're going to be in, so we're in beta testing for
We're
what?
paying
the next
for beta,
2 years?
yeah.
For 2 years?
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, what
I'm
MMO
guessing
does not do that? Some degree of that.
This is massive.
It is.
This is a massive amount.
But
This
we
is
may
like
never
Age of
see this
Conan.
testing too. Maybe on a testing.
Yeah, but I mean,
server.
there's a certain amount of expectation, like 3 to 4 months of forgiveness with an MMO. I don't know anything. I mean, even WoW had problems, and that's one of the smoother launches people had. But there's tons of stuff missing from that. I'm comparing sandpaper smoothness.
Or as a Ruth put it, it's for expansions with $sign in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mythic has a history of putting out free content, big ones.
Free entire expansions.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that in the car on the way home. Like, that's one thing that makes me look at a silver lining, is that they've put in major content for free before. On multiple times. They did housing, they did New Frontiers.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that makes me leery, though, is there was all these comments and videos from that event lately where I think it was Josh and Jeff were saying, oh, we've got the next 2 years planned out content, 2 big patches. And so I'm like, what if they knew this already and they were just waiting for the guild beta to kind of give us a little sugar coat?
And I remember that he
said
they were already designing the first expansion.
Yeah, can we get this one done first?
Well, it makes you wonder if the first expansion he knew was, it's going to be one of the cities or, whatever.
What's the big deal with Punkbuster? Why are people so upset about that? I don't cheat, so I don't care. I mean, really, like, does it affect people who don't cheat?
I know
apparently,
Punkbuster.
Yes.
I will try to answer as best I can. It used in first-person shooters like Battlefield games. I think Battlefield 2, was that the first one that used it? Do you know?
I think I heard today that Battlefield was a big user of it, so probably.
And that there were major bugs, people not cheating who couldn't log in or were getting booted for whatever reason. But I know in Battlefield 2142, I've had no problems with it.
Oh, you play a game that has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it a PC game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had experience with it, Thrakus?
No, I read a couple quotes today from Mark, though, saying that it's going to be very passive. It's not going to have it won't be able to boot anybody, it won't be able to lock you out. It's just for them to have more data. And they said any booting, any restricting accounts will be completely through their administration and not through those guys.
So it's more of a collection tool.
More of a discretionary.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah. I don't cheat, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
No, what?
You better not cheat.
Yeah. So what a day.
Cheating in-game, guys. Cheating in-game.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, that you don't care
lunch,
about.
I don't care. I have my priorities.
So,
she's got
still
coffee.
playing?
I was really thrown off, honestly. I almost considered stopping, and not so much because of the content, because in the end, it's not, well, the cities is big, but it's still not everything. It's just, I feel like it's Fable all over again. But you still have the 2 big cities. If you want to argue it, they're still releasing complete content. They're not going to give you incomplete stuff. it does funnel everybody, but I felt like it was like all these promises to keep you hooked, and then right as we're getting down to the line, and they did give it to us before we got to the finish line, but it still kind of feels like you're yanking it all out from under me. I don't know. It really like irked me.
Yeah, just that there was nothing.
There was no hint. Well,
No.
I take that back. There seems like there was if we were really listening, but
It was supposed to be a happy day when Guild
I
Beta
know.
started.
I'm waiting for this for a year.
Yeah.
Oh well. I had another thing I wanted to talk about.
We should put a disclaimer at the beginning of this podcast, like if you're having suicidal ideations, you probably don't want to listen to this because it's all bummer.
It was a bummer. Well, there's no way to be like, that's great. I think that's wonderful.
CoTCast episode 3. You're
Let's
downer.
cut more classes. I want
Let's get rid of some
warrior,
witch elves and
druid, and mage. That's all. That's all we need.
It's perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, that was the other thing. Now the balance is all skewed because Chaos
How do you
has
know?
an AoE casting tank, and Order is missing a tank, and they have their other tank that's there is the Ironbreaker, and they're not really, as far as I've ever heard, they're not AoE. I mean, everyone knows the Chosen have those auras. So it kind of seems like now each side has something the other doesn't. You get back into the old WoW Paladin versus Shaman thing, and now a game that's based off of this very intense balance kind of...
Well, that's not necessarily their focus, though, because I remember in Dark Age Camelot, Albion was deficient in a couple areas, but it was because, like, you couldn't make a perfect 8-man in Albion, but in... and Midgard you could.
No, Midgard you could.
And Albion had to rely more on numbers, and it was the more popular realm. So it wasn't balanced. When you took into account the population balance, it all evened out. I mean, they took into account numbers on top of the fact. It wasn't a one-on-one balance, or it wasn't a class-on-class balance.
Well, and it shouldn't. I don't think each class needs to match up against every other class perfectly. But what about these starting zones now? Okay, Greenskin lost their tank, Dwarf lost their tank, with the Elves too. So in those areas, how are people going to group in the beginning?
I don't know. I don't know how this... Maybe they're going to have everyone... Well, I don't see that wouldn't make sense either. If they have everyone start in the same starting area, but then that's just going to be chaos. Like, just a mess.
No, they can't do that.
Because then the other two starting areas, nothing will be going on. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just people are going to maybe have a shitty time getting through those first areas.
Well, what'll happen is the same thing that happened in Dark Age. Everyone will have their favorite spot. Everyone will go to Cotswold.
Yeah, everyone will just immediately
and
book
the other places will be ghost towns.
Yeah. Did we get someone who joined?
Yeah, who's new here?
It's me, the guy whining and bitching.
Who's me?
Joe. It's Raph.
Well, you
it's Joe.
Do your introduction here, pal.
Oh, we're live?
Hell yeah.
We're almost done.
Wait a
You're an hour
second.
late.
8:30. What?
Yeah, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Mm-mm.
No, you're a superstar.
That's okay. It was just a miscommunication.
That's rocking. I was like, wow, they're really heavy in discussion
we're
already.
Into this pre-show talk.
Wow. Hey, it's Tal, Ras, Joe from Texas, who's really late. There's my intro.
Well, we've already kind of vented, talked.
We've kind of done our whole talk, but we would love to get your first impression on the 4 cities and the 4 classes being cut.
Okay.
Flow, baby.
Well, I don't know. At first it was a shock, and I was a little upset about it. And the more I've thought about it, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still hopeful about the game. It's just if it's so reliant on PvP as far as in-game's concerned, it's kind of sad to see that 4 cities are gone, and 1/3 of the content's going to be there, I guess. And it's also kind of sad because I wanted different strategies going on, multiple cities being attacked and so forth, kind of divert attention while somebody goes and takes over one other or tries to sack one town. I don't know. I mean, I think it'll all work out. It's not as big of a deal for me for the classes, but yeah, I guess tanks will be in high demand. A lot of chaos chosen will be rolled.
Let me ask you, what class were you going to play?
A chosen. so everybody's going to want my bod. It's going to be fantastic. They're going to want my
That's what
meat
we were just
shield.
saying earlier.
Yeah, so what do I have to choose from here? I got a zealot, and I got 2 healers, and I don't like that stupid disc. I don't like the disc.
Are they using the disc? Oh, I guess we don't. I mean, I've heard back and forth on the web that they were and they weren't. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, I don't know. If there's no disc, maybe. But then I don't like how the zealot runs. They run like the trolls in Horde side, you know, they're kind of hunched over and scuffly. I can't stand to look at that for 40 levels. I just cannot do it. Yeah, I'm not going to play Chaos. I was all about Chaos when I first heard about, like way back in the day when I first heard about it. But when I saw him running last year at Origins, I was like, no.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to work out, but I am as long as they can introduce the new cities like in pretty quick time. You know, if they get it down where it's like 2 months later we get another city or two or city matchup, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. But if we're waiting another year or two or it's introducing an expansion and we're having to pay for it, then I think I'd be a little frustrated about it.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to rub people the wrong way when you're going to have to pay for something that was supposedly up to the game and, you know, till 2-3 months before launch.
I have to say that worries me too.
I can't freaking believe I'm an hour late. I seriously, like, why are they starting so late? This is just crazy. I mean, and then now I realize I'm an idiot. That's why.
You want to feel worse? We waited a half hour for you.
Oh,
yeah,
you're kidding.
Douchebag.
No, we waited until like
geez.
We waited until like 9:05. That's the only reason why we're still talking.
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you are.
We're cutting you from the game.
Yeah, I know. You don't deserve to be in beta or even play the game.
Yeah, you have to give your slot to Thrakus because he showed up on time.
Maybe you can join in an expansion.
Hey, I'm not joking. I'm serious now. I'm signing that over.
Good
I'm
times.
horrified.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, with the cities, I have to say, sorry, it took this long to make 2. We've got 4 more. I mean, I'm worried.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, it's not 2/3 of the content of the game. If they have all of the PvE entered and all of the, you know, the layers and the player quests, or I mean the public quests, and the if they have those other areas, those other battleground areas done for the greenskins, and it's really just the cities they have to do, that's still a ton of content, a ton of other battlegrounds going back and forth to wage war and throw people off balance, if that's all still going to be there and if it's all still going to count towards the end goal.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm also worried about, now I'm kind of collecting my thoughts after getting over the whole, you know, weirdness of joining you all and interrupting your discussion, but it was the fact that it's not quite as finished as it was going to be. For hardcore people like us that are really into this game and following it for so long or dedicated, so too emotionally involved to leave it, I'm afraid they're going to get the wrong impression, and I'm afraid that when the game finally comes along, well, quote-unquote comes along and is finished with all the cities, we might find that we've got less population and people to fight against and kill than we would like. I just don't want to lose any of the fan base or newcomers because they think, oh, well, WoW's going to be better. At least WoW's finished everything and it's got much more to do. That makes me nervous for people who don't know enough about the game or how much fun RVR can be once they get to that end game. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, the laughter from like the AOC and the WoW forums today, I'm sure was just deafening.
Yeah, who cares about those douchebags?
But you know.
Yeah.
A little tail tucking there.
It is a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of hoods.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
fine. I mean, we don't know enough about the game. I like to bitch on the boards, but I'm still pretty optimistic about it. I think it's going to, I mean, I know they're introducing a better, I guess they've hinted at, they've got so many things hidden, or not hidden, but in testing, and it's going to be introduced later, and we haven't seen everything yet. There's a lot more coming, so I'm optimistic. I think it's going to be a great game in the end. It's just I hope everyone sticks with it, especially the people that are kind of on the fence, friends of mine that are like, it could be good. I don't want them hearing this news, and especially I probably shouldn't have posted the way I posted on the boards because it's just probably going to more of a deterrent for them to join the game. But I want everyone to be, I want this to be what I've got envisioned in my head, this crazy, fun PvP game with all my friends and lots of alcohol consumption and late nights and that sort of thing.
And chickens.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. We should go make a game.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Let's just get nuts.
You can't even draw.
Who cares? I'll just throw shit out there.
It's not about the
Stick
looks of the
figures
gameplay.
online.
Yeah, it's not about the graphics, right? I'm a graphics whore, I'll admit it.
No, it's about the gameplay.
It's not all about the gameplay.
We'll
gotta look good.
just make wild combinations of classes and everything, just shit that no one would ever like realistically like. This is a good idea. And then our
Robot
tagline
samurai,
will-
dinosaur
No,
riding,
we can't imagine anyone playing this.
heroin addicts.
Yeah, yeah.
Crackheads will be like the speed bot, because you
Yeah.
imagine no crackhead.
No, they're gone. Let's do this. No, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm all for it.
So are we doing a spotlight today, or is this...
Thrakus, do you want to do your spotlight today? Let's wrap, because I'm going to have to edit around this conversation quite a bit already.
Wait.
Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Yeah, Joe fucked it up.
We're going to be throwing you in every couple seconds.
Hey, at least I'm not going to, leave halfway through your spotlight and have Ventrilo or TeamSpeak.
Oh,
What are you talking
interrupt me.
about?
Oh, yeah, last time you took off during this and I had to chop all that out.
Oh, that's
Like
cold.
twice.
That's cold.
Like,
I waited
I was
half
sort of
an hour.
shocked.
I really do
Thrakus
want
was
your
cut
beta
from
spot
the
now.
game.
Toss it over.
All right, we're getting crazy here.
That's harsh.
All right.
Accurate, but harsh.
I don't want to do my spotlight now. Screw you guys. I'm leaving.
Well, you know how to leave.
Yeah, you're
Ooh.
good.
I've got a kid.
All right, let's wrap it up then. Do you want to do it next time, Thrakus, where we have a more focused show?
That's fine.
When people are on
You don't want
time.
I
to
don't
do
think
it on the
that'll-
episode. You don't want to do
We're
the
never
episode
going to
where
have a more
Dudley was
focused
mine.
show.
Yeah, and this is a downer. This is a downer episode, though. You don't want to go out on that.
Yeah. Everyone will remember Thrakus as like, oh, he's just a bummer. Because that's how they spell
They
it.
already
when
remember me
listen
as
to
that. Dracus, that's
Some
that guy that
Dracus.
told us to join Lord of the Rings. Yeah, kill him. Burn him.
Yeah, that was stellar, by the way.
All right. Ending with that.
Okay, thanks for listening to this episode of CoTCast. Please send feedback to circleoftrust.guild@gmail.com. And be sure to check the website and forum at www.circleoftrust.org. And we'll see you in game soon.
Air quotes.
Soon.
Soon.